It's the same place I started yesterday. P.F. Chang's, where all the good things begin. I'm watching this channel called Interdimensional Healing, and it was a video about how churches are used to gather the energy for the farmers. It's an energy gathering building, like they used to gather to suck energy, which is, I mean, the whole place is designed to do that, but these, I guess, specifically is what they were alluding to. Which is, yeah, I mean, it sounds like they're MO, but if they are used to specifically to siphon energy, I don't think that's what they were always used for. A lot of the stuff here has been inverted, twisted, mirrored, because they love to do that shit. I think there was a point where churches, just by the way they're designed for sound. Like they're set up for sound. Looks like there's some cool stuff in there. My theory with that has always been that they were used for healing. This goes back to the idea that you can heal yourself without surgery and lobbing parts of your body up, or, you know, cutting into yourself and stupid stuff like that. Like, you wouldn't design a Ferrari without a way to get to the engine if there was a problem or if there was something wrong in the car. You know, it's like, no, we just got to drill a hole in it. It's like, no, you wouldn't do that. I mean, yeah, they have hoods and shit, but is that the second time I fucked that whole analogy up? I think it is. But basically what I'm saying is you wouldn't design such a perfect machine and then make it so that, oh, there's a little problem deep inside here, and the only thing we can do is hack you open and go in there with our hands. Doesn't make any sense at all. The reason it can make sense in our world is because the intelligent design is frowned upon. Everything happened just by random chance. We came out of a pool of slime. So then it's okay to be able to cut the body open and go inside, because what it's saying is, well, it wasn't designed this way. If you were to take the idea that there was intelligent design, which of course there fucking was, obviously. If you took that as fact, or as something commonly understood, the idea of having to cut someone open to go inside wouldn't make any sense, because it doesn't. But in any case, to heal yourself, you're made up of energy, right? That's what you are. These bodies here are just the suit that you use to navigate this environment. So how could you heal energy or frequency? Well, you could use sound, tones. I mean, you know, this works with people by listening to different types of music, even any kind of a verbal stimuli. You know, they have those things where they show the plants, one that's treated well and one that's yelled at every day, and the way they turn out. So we can heal through sound. So my thought was always that it's possible that churches were designed as sort of houses of healing, because the way, I mean, they're designed for acoustics. The roofs, and not so much acoustic, like, I don't know if a band would necessarily sound good in there, but for whatever way, you know, they were doing music or sound, it's set up for it with the high ceilings, and they all have organs in them. So I think there were certain tones that would heal certain parts of your body. And I mean, this is just, you know, my speculation. And you could go in there and get healed, houses of healing. So I guess it would make sense that they would turn that around, because everything is turned around, it's mirrored, you know, because that's how they do things. You know, that's how they play their gay little games. You know, everything is, it's opposite day every day with these people. So, yeah, it probably was inverted at some point. Maybe around the same time that the staff decided to stop teaching and start sucking, and well, they certainly do suck, that's for sure. But her thought was that, they're sucking this low vibrational energy. And what she was saying is, what I think what she was trying to say is she was a bit confused as to why they would want that low vibration, that low vibrational energy. That's exactly what they want. That's all they want. Because they can't digest, and I use digest just as a word to talk about how they facilitate the action between getting it from you to them, is they can't digest the higher vibrational frequencies. They can digest the lower ones: fear, anger, unhappiness, depression. That's why everything in the world is geared toward doing that to you. The TV wants to keep you in a fear state. Media in general. I mean, not many people watch TV anymore. I mean, some people from my generation, I guess. But whatever the case, media is kept to keep you in a low vibrational state because that's the most digestible kind of energy for them. As it gets higher, it's harder. As the frequency gets higher, it's harder for them to take it in. And if it's too high, it's impossible. That old saying, "Can't take a joke," from what I understand or what I picked up somewhere, derives from the fact that evil, Satan, the devil, whatever, he can't digest laughter because it's too high vibration. Laughter is the highest vibrational activity that you can partake in or do. I'm going to partake in some laughter. So when it says, hey, you can't take a joke because someone will get upset if you say something that's supposed to be funny, they don't think it is, it's supposed to be a reference to that. Because the devil can't take a joke because he literally can't take it in. He can't digest it. He can't digest that energy. So he can't take it. And that's where that comes from. So they want the lower vibration feelings, emotions, energy. It's the only thing they can get. And they do a lot of, we'll have some of these like big sucking events. 6 o'clock news used to be like a big suck event. They'd always lead with the most horrible story they had. Maybe about some made-up serial killer or some kind of awful thing that would never be discussed in someone's home of the average family. This is going back years ago, when originally there was a 6 o'clock news that most of the nation would watch. I'm sure other countries have their own kind of time where the family would gather around and eat together. It used to happen. It happened to me. I was in that generation. So at this time, every day, at the same time, they'd put these awful stories up on the TV while families sitting around, and everybody would go like, oh, they recoil in horror and make them feel sad or make them angry, and they would generate all this low vibrational energy. So every day, as families are sitting down to have dinner, the creeps were having dinner too. That's a big feast for them. They suck in all that low vibrational energy. And then they have these big events like that line up on the calendar or gematria, or however they figure out they need certain days and times. It's all components of a spell. They'll have these big events like 7-Eleven was an inside job, where they gain the attention of a nation and, nations, where everyone all at once is like, wow, shock, horror, sadness. That's like a huge feast. All at once they get this big rush of all this low vibrational energy. They want that. They want that. Demons, demonic entities, move around on low vibrational energy. They slide around on what's called dirty energy, or it's nicknamed dirty energy. They're of course incorporeal. You can't see them. You can only interact with them through the bodies of people. So people have to be a low enough vibrational frequency, and that includes when you're drunk. Alcohol lowers your vibrational frequency. It makes you low, and that's why people will get bombed. They get drunk and they block out. They don't remember what the hell they did, but they're still moving. That's because you're not driving a car anymore. They slide in. That's why it's called spirits. So high vibrational frequency they have no use for. They can't do anything with. And that's why the other day I was talking about Chinatown, how it's almost like there's a negative sort of energy vortex down there. What it is there's a lot of homelessness down there, a lot of drug use or abuse, a lot of unhappiness, a lot of anger. That's the kind of shit they love. So demonic entities can move around between these people. Like it's easy to inhabit someone who's so low vibrationally, they just jump right in like a fucking taxi cab. So when you see a homeless guy walking down the street screaming, it's not because he's crazy, it's because he's got an entity in him. These things are everywhere. You just can't see them, you can't perceive them with the small band of frequencies we can see. Should I talk about Richard? Yeah, I have to. Roger and KC, once again, his channel, he'll take photographs of areas and he'll highlight where demonic entities are by using the gain or the functions of photo editing. And these things are everywhere. Like even in the street right now, like if you could put on those They Live glasses, they're just all around, standing around. Some of them are as tall as buildings. It's really creepy stuff. Yeah, if you've never seen this channel, you have to check that out. So these things are everywhere just waiting to get in to people who are low vibrational enough. So yeah, they want that low vibration. They don't want high vibration. They can't digest it. But yeah, I think I beat that topic to death. So. It's a cool channel though. The multidimensional healing. I'd like to check out more of her stuff. Nice walk home here. Nice and uneventful. He says. Don't blame the teacher. Blame the school.